Polite inquiries, South Africa, India, the Wanderers, day 3, penultimate day. Surely oh no, we got to do that first. It's crazy. I'm going crazy because this test match is crazy. Impact in line. Is this a race or a test match? India ahead, then South Africa ahead, then again India ahead, and so on. Gee, we've had some good races of late, haven't we?
Definitely. I mean, that's the whole point of Test cricket, isn't it? And this is, I must say, I don't know that we thought it would get this competitive with such a rebuilding, weak, struggling South African side. I'm thinking of the right words to use. But they've really been up for the fight. You know, at one point, we thought the match would be over today. We thought that they'd be bowled out for, 40, 50, 60? And it would be a 3-day test. But it's fabulous. We've gone into the 4th day, and it's such a good contest.
Speaking of that for today, Ronald D. Sampson, are we heading towards 4-day test matches? Well, surely tomorrow is going to be the last day, or day 4 is going to be the last day, depending when you're watching this. But yeah, I mean, I remember a time when Zimbabwe came to South Africa and we all went, oh, it's unfair to give them just these 4-day tests and whatnot. Everyone plays 4-day tests. England play 3-day tests.
Well, that Zimbabwe test lasted 1.5 days. Yes. So let's just remember that. But I think we have to bear in mind, and I'm talking to you from a situation where I can see the rain clouds building around me. We've had massive storms pretty much every evening. And if one of those had impacted play, then we might not have got the kind of setup that we've got now. So you need that 5th day because rain is always there and climate change means there's going to be more rain.
Can Elgar bat without bat in his hand, considering all his running is coming from his body or gloves? Now, I get the point, but that's harsh. I don't mind one Dean Elgar in the team. Not more than one, but one Dean Elgar for the team's okay.
But actually, I think that's part of how he approaches matches. I think he needs to get hit somewhere on the body in order for him to kind of get riled up and get ready to go. And then he needs to bat as ugly as possible. Because when Elgar's looking good, it's probably not good for the team. It probably means he's going to get out very soon. But when he is looking really gritty, really ugly, and those runs are coming somehow, that's when you know good things are coming.
I'd love to have a look at Dean Elgar's body. Don't get me the wrong way on this. After he's done with the game, right? Put him up in a museum, cricket museum, and just put him through X-ray, maybe hotspot, and have a look at every spot that Dean Elgar's been hit on in his life. Could be a TED talk, perhaps. Jane Bhi Do Yaro, that's the Twitter handle. It used to be a really great show, by the way, in our part of the world. But anyway, Jane Bhi Do Yaro. Someone please tell Bumrah to bowl line and length. Now, I didn't think we'd ever get a question like this with the way Bumrah started. But it has been an uncharacteristic sort of day, hasn't it? He was spraying it a bit towards the end of play. He got angry with bat. I don't think I've ever seen Bumrah angry. Poor young Marco Jansen.
You didn't see him get angry at Jimmy
Not
Anderson?
that way. He has different ways. He has different ways of showing his anger. Not walk down to little Marco Jansen, not little again, young Marco Jansen.
Not little. I think Marco Jansen was getting more angry in that situation. But I guess it's been uncharacteristic this whole second inning. Look, on both sides, right? South Africa batting a lot better. And maybe there's a feeling that India are waiting for things to happen a little bit and wanting those cracks to start to open up a little bit or something like that. So don't be too harsh on him. I mean, he's had a good tour.
Didn't they play for Mumbai Indians together? Isn't there a little love there?
It did. I mean, what goes on in that change room?
Nonsense. Quick single. Can Kohli drop himself next game? Nothing against him. Bihari is so likable. He is likable, but not sure Kohli is the guy to make way.
Well, now what are you going to do? Because you've got Pujara and Rahane who found some runs. So I do find Bihari very likable. And maybe his back spasms just won't heal in time, right? I mean, could be a long-term thing.
I mean, we've given Bihari the ultimate solution, right? Just get eligible to play for England. And you will have 100 tests, maybe 150 even. Which batter can replace Pujara and Rahane? I saw the timestamp on this. It was about 40 minutes into the morning session. So maybe it's a bit tongue-in-cheek. But having said that, I don't know if I'm one of those, if I'm going to be too harsh in saying just because Rahane's got 50, that doesn't mean that, he plays the next game, because the problem with Rahane has always been following up on a good innings. And I still think there are enough people banging hard enough on the door to make that team. I actually don't put Pujara on the same boat as him. But I don't know. Does the 50 change things for you for those? Especially if India win this test?
Well, just from what you're saying now, maybe what you're saying is Kohli replaces Rahane, right?
Yes.
Look, without that 50, South Africa might have won the game by now? Take it out of the total, see what would have happened. They really needed those runs. It's an important innings, but if you want Kohli back and someone has to make way, maybe Rahane's the guy.
I think if they win the test, they have every reason to just change things up, give someone else a go.
Yeah.
If they don't, I'd still go Kohli for Rahane. I'd give Vihari another game. He's so likable, remember?
He's so likable.
Tapu, I'm glad this one's come up. How long is the term, this is the way I play, acceptable in cricket? Now, we are, of course, referring to Rishabh Pant. I have a bit to say about it. I want to hear you first.
No, I just thought that the phrase left with Quinton de Kock last week. Like, we used to use that a lot in terms of the way that Quinton de Kock approached things, and I felt like it walked out the door with him. It's so 2021. It's so 2021.
The thing is, and KK has written a good piece on this, is it's not just madness. He's not Shahid Afridi. He's not, forget it, I'm going to do this no matter what. There is a method to Pant's madness. Maybe he's outsmarted today because Rabada was, with his tail up. But he's predicting the bowler's going to bowl it full. It's going to be in the slot. He's trying to outsmart the bowler. His calculations have gone wrong. Plus, he's on 0, and he's not in the best of form. But I don't think it's as reckless as it seems. Do you think there's merit in that?
At the time, it wasn't a great shot, right? You didn't want to lose another wicket at that point because you're looking at then a total that's chaseable. There's so much time in the test match. But I think it's just the way I play is never going to be a great excuse, right? It has to be just a case of, it's just the way I play, but I'm trying to think about it more.
The thing is, I'd be willing to put good money on Pant actually saying, if he was asked, that's the way I play. I don't think he's going to say that. Maybe it's a mistake to take on Rabada, who's the only bowler who got it right that period of play. He could have taken on somebody else, but it'll come. He's young. He's just popped up, Rishabh Pant. He's just won India historic test match a few months back. And before
this test match, I actually thought he was the most likable one in the Indian side.
He's still likable.
Then I don't know, he tried to claim 2 catches that didn't seem to carry, and one of them was the
Stop it. It was fine. It carried. He has no idea if it carried or not. Let's give him that. So that's Shannon on Pant. Keeping Rishabh Pant, the wicketkeeper, constant, would you rather have Pant the batter or Pant the chopper from behind the stumps as the second role? Right, so what's his second best skill, basically? His first skill is keeping. Is he a better chopper than he is a batter? Is he a better batter than he is a chopper?
In this series, probably a better chirper, although the chirp wasn't great. The chirp to Rassie van der Dussen, which was, are you playing as a sledger? I mean, I can think of better.
I don't mind it. Actually. Number 4 has no idea where he's standing. Are you playing? it didn't quite have the effect that Rassie had on Rishabh. So that tells you the quality of a sledge, perhaps. If it's any good, then it should work instantly.
Exactly.
Anyway, where do you see this going before I wind this up? Day 4, what's going to happen? India, South Africa? Or tied test?
I'm too scared to say anything because I feel like whatever I say, the other thing happens.
Excellent. It's the same thing with me, actually. So we make a great pair. I'm going to say South Africa win, therefore.
Oh dear. Give us something. Let's go to Cape Town 1-1.
All right. I don't mind that. We'll see you at the end of the test. Send in your polite inquiries then as well. Bye-bye.